Hello once again YouTube, Chris the Nightbringer here bringing you another station review. Today we are checking out the Spacet station by Royal Wolf. And yeah, let's get to it. So, as we can immediately see, there is a big sign saying Spacet. In case you did not already know, it is some sort of establishment where people can go and shop for their space needs. Right? So immediately we got like this big landing pad, semi-enclosed, with a bit of a framework around it. And we do have these large box sections off to the right, where I assume cargo and potentially other station amenities are inside. So real quick, we are going to jump out. And there is no gravity block around here, but hopefully we'll find one when we walk in. There is a bit of logic. That being said, the majority of these reviews are intended, the big purpose of these reviews, I should say, is to go over the design of the station, not necessarily stats or, functionality of certain parts of the design. It does appear like there is logic involved here, although I'm not seeing it worked yet. That may just be me. It may actually not even be hooked up to the doors or automatically opening. It may just be there so that you can open and close them. I am not sure. So let's continue down. Okay, so some of the doors do have a bit of logic attached to them. This one, for example, works good enough. Right off the bat, we got this circular room that appears to stretch around the station. I am discovering these stations along with you guys as you are watching, so there may be things I miss. And don't take the critique to heart. It is not my intention to put anyone down if I say anything negative. Negative criticism is still criticism and can be used to your benefit. So we'll just, investigate this. So it appears that there's a little bit of a circular walkway. I am wondering if it was intentional to leave some of these areas unwedged. It does appear that way. I mean, they do have wedges there. So it's not like they didn't go through and with a pass over of wedging to this section. So we'll go into this section first, and I suppose we'll go down. It's a very tight stairwell. Got some shielding units here. Got some power reactors here. There's a bit of a doorway. Oh, okay. This leads back outside onto a turret dock. Turret platform. Okay. I believe there would be one above as well. We'll go back up. So I will say right now that I kind of wish that there was more to this room. People can get away with amazing designs to things like this, and even though this itself is kind of cool, we've all seen this before, and it's entirely possible for us to take it to the next step. Albeit this is a small space, and there isn't much room for improvement necessarily without making that room larger itself. Hopefully we can make our way up here without falling off stairs too much. Alright, so we got some faction permission things going on. We've got gravity, and I assume this is for the bed. That's pretty cool. I like me a good gravity bed. It's interesting and it's different. Let's check it out. Yeah, look at that. I'm sleeping now. I'm sleeping. Alright. Let's turn that off. Pretty cool. So it does seem like this is a bit more of a hotel type of place. I mean, considering it is a space mart, it's a bit unusual to find some beds where you can sleep, but maybe it's doubles as a hotel of some sort. Up here, we appear to have cloning vats. Ah, the cloning vats return. This is the second time I've seen some sort of cloning vat in a station, or what appears to be a cloning vat. I can't speak for the designer of the station, but that's pretty cool. I like it. I like cloning vats. It's very simple. I'm guessing these monitors are just not displaying information because I've copied them to my save. Apparently that's a bug, and I'm not sure if it's been fixed. Moving it up, we get, oh wow, a really nice glass room. I'll be honest, I'm not sure what the purpose is of having these doors here, considering, you know, you could really just open this all up and make it a walk-around room, although there is some storage in here, so maybe it's supposed to be closed off or sectioned off in some manner. But I really do like this. I love this. Get a really nice view with these windows. Right? That's pretty cool. Okay, moving on up. We've got a doorway here. No data. So we'll just have to figure this out on our own. This looks like some sort of desk. Maybe some sort of clerk sits here. Some sort of bank. Or, you know, the actual cashier is sitting here. You know, the register. Moving on up, we've got potentially some station services, control room of some sort going on. I really like this chair. Wow. It's a beefy chair for a station, in my opinion. This is a nice room. I like how open it is, right? And I like the symmetrical / asymmetrical design, you know. It's on the opposite ends, but it's still symmetrical. Actually, no, it's not. Those stairs go down in the exact same direction. Okay, never mind. Forget I just said that. But, I really like this. I love this. Do you see this? See how they've turned this pillar into a design? It's not just a pillar anymore, but it's got aspects of design by putting in that diamond shape. Genius. I've never seen anyone do that with a pillar. That's really cool. It does look like... Actually, no, okay. I'm not sure. Is this all actual squares? Yeah, I guess it is. Maybe they could have smoothed that up, but I'm not sure. You know, it does look like they've done all of this with an intent. You know, keeping these cubes was intended, as opposed to unintended and just something that they missed. There's no computers on this side. It looks like the other guy's getting all the work done. Pretty cool. I like that room. So we're going to go back down. And we're going to hopefully go see what's inside those big square sections, or rectangular sections off to the side. I assume it's some sort of cargo area. This is the hotel. We got some of them right here, each with their own individual permission module. So that's pretty neat. You know, multiple people can come here and store things without having to worry about other people interfering with it. So what's in here? Oh my good god. It's a ship. I didn't know there was docked ships in here. Wow, okay. I'm liking the little thruster detail on the end, but I have to say, if this is a ship, it's quite square. Even with these wings, it's quite square. I'll have to check it out. Kind of looks like a miniature submarine with wings attached. That's what I get. That's the feeling I get. This is a miniature submarine in space. I swear to God. That is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. These got like little intakes here. And a big doorway. Okay. I will say right now, the interior design could do with a bit of work. I mean, I know a lot of interior design was put into the station, but I will say that, you know, it's just a jumbled mess of systems right now, and you could really do something with this to turn that into, you know, an aspect of design for the inside of this ship, you know, something interesting to look at other than exposed systems, which would be really cool. Coming into here, though, oh god, this is quite a low floor. Wow, this is a huge room for a cockpit. Alright. I'm not going to bother flying this around, I just don't have time enough in the review. Although I do think that it is pretty cool that they included this. And actually, do they have any sort of storage in this ship? Because I assume this would be some sort of cargo ship. Let's find out. Inventory. No, there's not. That's interesting that they would have this ship in here without any actual cargo. Okay, so we have this in this hangar, and I'm going to assume the same applies to the other side with the other hangar. So real quick, we'll just go over there and check it out. Through the doors. These automatic doors are really nice. Okay, so there's no ship inside this hangar, but It's meant to hold another one. Okay. So, real quick, we will throw down a build block, and I'll go over my, little rating of the interior, exterior, and overall effectiveness of this station. So, the first thing I would like to say is that I really love the center section. It's really well done. It's the best part of this station. You've got all these really nice glass windows. Gives a feeling of elegance. In terms of the actual Space Martiness part of it, it's a Space Mart, but I'm not seeing a lot of things that correlate to a space market, which is a bit interesting. That being said, I do really enjoy this central section, and I kind of wish it wasn't blocked by these massive hangars on the side. I feel like the massive hangars really detract from what was accomplished here. You've got really awesome... Look at this airlock section. There was no reason for the airlock section to even look different than the rest of the hallway, and it does. And it just looks more interesting that way. It looks like machinery. It looks like it actually serves a purpose. There's even a window on top. I didn't even notice that. It's quite good design right there. Really good. It stands out. I do feel like a few things are missing. For example, there's a block here. There is a potential missing blocks inside the station, and I'm not entirely sure if those were, done on purpose or not. It does look like there's quite a pattern or some, design elements being thought out when making all of these bits here. As you can see, there's, some shapes going on, some triangles, this diamond shape that leads back up into the rest of the structure, things like that. That's why I think that is, a well-done central station section. Quite a mouthful. But these massive hangars, they detract from that, and it's quite a shame. They do not have the same aesthetic as the rest of it. And I would much rather see these things off to the side. This right here is a little distracting. You're questioning what this is. It's obviously hiding the docking modules, and it's not exactly serving any additional purpose. It's not helping out this structure as a whole. This right here, I would not mind this. See, this is the type of hangar that I wouldn't mind attached to this station. An open hangar, that doesn't obscure the other sections of the station as much as these parts do, right? And that's really good on this end, it's really cool. So interior design, it's like an 8 out of 10. I wish it was a little bit bigger, a little bit more spacious, but other than that, you got the right idea. There's some really cool things going on, lots of glass windows for some really cool scenic vistas of space, I suppose, some cool ideas. I like the setup of the floors and stuff like that. I like these little pod things for the respawn points and whatnot. Exterior design. I'm going to say that this section right here, in terms of exterior design, is like a 9 out of 10. But as a whole, it's like a 7 out of 10. And that's, again, because these things are so obstructing of the view of the really nicely done central section. It just takes away from it, and it just overall would be better off if they weren't there at all, to be honest. And as effectiveness goes, I'm gonna give it like an 8 out of 10. Again, the obstruction of the central section, it deters from the fact that you can easily tell it's a trading guild station, but the central section itself does justice to the trading guild, what it symbolizes, and the colors that they stand for and whatnot. So that's my rating system. That's what I have to say about the station. I do enjoy it. I'll be completely honest, I thought it was a bit cheesy to have a Space Mart in space, but it actually turned out to be really cool. That's why you should actually, not judge things before you get invested in them. So thanks for watching. That was Space Mart by Royal Wolf. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you for the next station review. landing pad, semi-enclosed with a bit of a framework around it. And we do have these large box sections off to the right, where I assume cargo and potentially other station amenities are inside. So real quick, we are going to jump out. And there is no gravity block around here, but hopefully we'll find one when we walk in. There is a bit of logic. That being said, the majority of these reviews, so we'll just, investigate this. So it appears that there's a little bit of a circular walkway. I am wondering if it was intentional to leave some of these areas unwedged. It does appear that way. I mean, they do have wedges there. So it's not like they didn't go through and with a pass over of wedging to this section. So we'll go into this section first, and I suppose we'll go down. It's a very tight stairwell. Got some shielding units here. Got some power reactors here. The logic attached to them. This one, for example, works good enough. Right off the bat, we got this circular room that appears to stretch around the station. I am discovering these stations along with you guys as you are watching, so there may be things I miss, and don't take the critique to heart. It is not my intention to put anyone down if I say anything negative. Negative criticism is still criticism and can be used to your benefit. Reviews are intended, the big purpose of these reviews, I should say, is to go over the design of the station, not necessarily stats or, functionality of certain parts of the design. It does appear like there is logic involved here, although I'm not seeing it worked yet. That may just be me. It may actually not even be hooked up to the doors or automatically opening. It may just be there so that you can open and close them. I am not sure. So let's continue down. Okay, so some of the doors do have a bit of... Hello once again, YouTube. Chris the Nightbringer here, bringing you another station review. Today we are checking out the Spacet station by Royal Wolf. And yeah, let's get to it. So, as we can immediately see, there is a big sign saying Spacet. In case you did not already know, it is some sort of establishment where people can go and shop for their space needs, right? So immediately we got like this big